Hi, I'm Paul Barbara and I'm from the Paradise Valley Community College Fitness Center, and I'm a fitness instructor, and this is Corey Martinez and he's our lead fitness instructor, and we're going to develop a workout for a low impact, moderate level of intensity, and hopefully you can utilize this in your workout routine. And what we're going to do is we're going to start out using a warm-up activity called modified jumping jacks. Now the good part about this is we're not having any impact. It does take coordination, it does take the focus of making sure that you're using the right movement at the right time, and it's a pattern, so it builds that thinking process through the exercise. So what I'm going to do in 10 seconds, I'm going to have him start the exercise, and it's going to modify the jumping jack without jumping. So you'll see what we're going to end up doing. He's going to have hands at his side, and he's going to start moving right now as I'm going to explain what he's doing. He's going to go out, forward, diagonal, out, forward, diagonal. And he's going to continue that process, and what that does is that builds the opportunity to move your body, getting the blood flow, and also working on your coordination and balance. And it's working your whole body. We've got 15 more seconds with this activity, and as you can see, he's doing a great job because he's following the pattern that we're looking for. And if you get messed up on the pattern, don't worry about it. You just find your way back. And we got 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, so that's a great warm-up for the entire body. We're going to do another warm-up activity. In 10 seconds, we're going to do arm circles. And what he's going to do is he's going to have his hands out, palms facing forward, and he's going to start making small circles moving forward. And go ahead and begin. So what he's going to do is have the small circles working forwards, and as we get closer to the halfway mark, we start getting a little bit bigger, and then as we get really big arm circles, that's really loosening up the muscles in the joints. Okay, now we're going to start going backwards. So now we have the same starting movement, palms facing forward, he's making little circles, and as we continue on, they get a little bit bigger because we still got 15 seconds of this movement. And we got about 10 more seconds, and it's a nice full swing, and everything's loosening up. And we got 5 more seconds, loosening up the shoulder joint, and done. Great job. Next one we're going to do is stand-ups, or sit to stand. And basically what we're doing is we're going to, from a sitting position, and we're going to start in 5 seconds. From a sitting position, you're going to stand up, trying to utilize just your leg strength to make it happen, and begin. As you can see, he's standing up using just the legs, no arm movement. His arms are at his side. He also has the option to put his arms straight out, and that would isolate and make it a little bit tougher movement. As you can see, everything is stable except he's just standing straight up. And another modification that you can do is use a weight. If you want to make it a lot harder, you can use a weight with your arms at your side, or you can use a weight with your arms straight out. We got about 12 more seconds, and he's utilizing a lot of quadricep and glutes to extend to reach that full standing position. 3, 2, and 1, and done. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is the lat rows. This is the big muscle in the lower back, or the middle back, and from this position, he wants to keep a nice straight back, and go ahead and begin. As you can see, he's pulling up, and he's pulling the shoulder blade in towards the middle of his body, and he's got a nice flat back, and he's nice and stable as he's doing the movement. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this for 22 and a half seconds, which is half of the 45 seconds. Each movement is going to be 45 seconds, and then halfway, and we switch arms and continue the same movement. Once again, bring the shoulder blade to the middle of your back as you're doing this. Now we got 10 more seconds, and he's nice and stable. This is working the lats, that's that big muscle in the middle of your back, and we're also working a little bit of biceps to stabilize the movement, and done. Now the next one we're going to do is we're going to specifically work on the biceps, and this is a basic bicep curl, and you're going to just get a nice stable stance, and with good posture, you're going to go ahead and begin. Bicep curl, it goes up fast, pause, and then down slow, holding the contraction of the top, and then very slowly on the way down. And as you can see, he's utilizing a little bit of wrist rotation, which also helps work the forearms. And that's great form. And this is working specifically the bicep. As you can see, the arms aren't moving other than at the elbow. So he's isolating the bicep. He's got 15 more seconds. Once again, we're doing 45-second movements and a 15-second rest in between each movement. We got 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. The next one's going to work on the triceps, which is the muscle that works opposite of the bicep, and it's called the tricep kickback. And we're going to do one arm, and then halfway through we'll do the other. So as you can see, he is in a position, go ahead and get started, where his arm is stable. From the elbow to the shoulder, that's stable. The only thing moving it is the elbow to the hand. And then he's working specifically the tricep, which is the muscle that extends the arm. And he's using really good form. And then when we get to halfway, he'll switch arms. And we're 3, 2, 1, and halfway. So we're doing the exact same movement on the other side. As you can see, he's nice and stable. His body posture, nothing else is moving except at the elbow to the hand, extending the arm. Got 5 seconds. And done. The next one is called bird dog, and this is a great core exercise, and it also works on glutes. As you extend your leg, what's going to happen is he's going to go right arm, left leg up, and then he's going to go left arm, right leg. So it's left arm, right leg, 1, 2, 3, back to neutral, right arm, left leg, 1, 2, 3, back to neutral. And as he's doing this, 1, 2, 3, as you can see, his back is nice and flat, 1, 2, 3, and his leg and his arm are straight out, 1, 2, 3, and he's holding the position, 1, 2, 3, without moving around. He's nice and stable, 1, 2, 3, make sure you get that leg nice and straight and really fire the glute, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, really get that shoulder, that hand up really high, really fire that shoulder, 1, 2, 3, one more, 1, 2, 3, great. That's not only a great exercise for the core, but it also works, like I say, the glutes and the shoulders. The next one is a wall push-up. This is a modified version of a regular push-up. Go ahead and get yourself in position, however much you want to lean, go ahead and get started. So what he's doing is he's leaning into the wall, and the good thing about this exercise is the more lean you put into it, the harder it is. The less of a lean, the easier it is. And this allows you to control the intensity level of this exercise. It's working the triceps, it's working the chest, and it's working the shoulders. And he's got great form because everything is nice and stable. The only thing being used is the arms. We got about 10 more seconds. Doing a great job. 5 seconds. And done. 2 more for this first round. We're going to do all these exercises twice. So we're going to go through each exercise twice through. The next one's a hamstring curl. Find a place where you can get something to rest on. Go ahead and get started. And all you're going to do is bring your heel up to your butt, and you're using your hamstrings to accomplish this. Now you could use some weights on your ankles. That would also increase the intensity level of this. And this is a great non-impact type way to work your hamstrings. We got about 15 more seconds. And as you can see, this is a nice balancing point because he's not having to lean forward on it. You can find a chair, a high chair, or a high couch that would allow you to have a good balancing point without having to lean forward. 3, 2, 1, and done. The last one we're going to do in the first rotation is the trunk rotation. You don't necessarily have to have a weight, but if you can get a weight, this is going to be an exercise that incorporates the obliques, which is the rotational muscles of your core. So the arms are straight out, and you simply curl or rotate left and rotate right, and come back to neutral each time. And your arms are straight out. So right now, not only is he engaging his core and specifically his obliques, but he's also working his arms and shoulders just a little bit to have the ball held out there. Now you don't need the weight. If without weight, that's enough of a workout, that would be great. But the weight adds a little bit extra to it. We got about 10 more seconds. He's doing a great job. Maybe hold the ball a little higher, straight out. And done. Great job. So we're going to rest 30 seconds, and then we're going to go through all the exercises one more time. Once again, a good full body workout with a low impact experience. Make sure you hydrate before, during, and after the workouts. And we're going to go ahead and get started. And we're going to do the modified jumping jacks again. Make sure that you don't have anything in your way. And when we do start it, which we're going to start in 15 seconds, is leg out, leg across, leg diagonally. Leg out, leg across, leg diagonally. And also utilizing the jumping jack arm movements too. And begin. Out, cross, diagonally. Perfect. Out, cross, diagonally. Now this is a great exercise because it really, really makes you think about what you're doing. Anytime you're thinking about what you're doing, you're sharpening your cognitive skills as well. And you'll be surprised, you're going to get your heart rate elevated on this exercise more than you would think. And it's great because it has non-impact. And that's the best part about this modification. We got 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Great job, Corey. And done. Okay, the next one we're going to do is arm circles. Not starting yet. I'll tell you when to start. We're going to have a little bit of break in between each one. When we do start, remember we're going to have our palms facing forward. We're going to make small forward circles and begin. Small forward circles, nice and easy. And then as we get closer to that halfway mark, they get a little bit bigger, bigger. 5 more seconds moving forward. And now we're going to make the small circles moving backwards. Once again, the palms are facing forward. Nice small tight circles. And we got 15 more seconds. So as we go through the 15 seconds, we're going to make them bigger, bigger. We got 5 more seconds. Nice big arm circles, really loosen everything up. Get a lot of blood flow. And done. The next thing is the sit to stands. And once again, you can utilize various forms of this, but just make sure you're trying to isolate and use just your legs, not swinging your arms to get you up. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Good form. And if you notice, he's looking forward and he's keeping his posture nice and straight. And then if you want to bring your arms forward, again, the last modification, if you're really doing good at this, we're going to have you use the ball. And now, not only does it make it harder to stand because the weight is pulling you forward, you're also having to utilize the arms and shoulders to maintain that weight straight out in front of you. Great form. We got about 10 more seconds. And done. Great job. Okay, the next one we're going to do is the lat rows, and those are developing that big muscle in your back using proper form. Once again, it starts out in front of you and begin. He's pulling it up just below his chest, and he's holding there just for a second and then down slow. It's a nice sustained movement. Good pace to the movement, not getting herky-jerky, just nice and smooth. And then we're at halfway, so we're going to switch. Once again, we're using the lat muscles, which are the big muscles in the middle of your back. Any kind of pulling motion is what the lat muscles are utilized for. We're going to have 5 more seconds. And done. Excellent job. Okay, the next one is the bicep curls. If you remember, he was utilizing both arms at the same time with a little bit of a wrist twist while he's doing it, which will help not only work with the biceps, but it also works with the forearms a little bit. And begin. And if you notice, he's trying to keep his body nice and stable. And this is a total isolation of the bicep muscles. So when we were doing lat pulls, the bicep was engaged just a little bit. This is completely engaging and using only the biceps. Now if you'll notice, the only thing that's moving is at his elbow, his forearms, which are also being engaged with along the biceps. 5 seconds. And done. The next one is the tricep kickback. And you're going to utilize that chair again. And once again, we're moving just at the elbow and everything else is staying the same. We're going to start in 3 seconds, 2, 1, and go. So now we're working that tricep. You'll notice he has a nice even pace to the movement. Get that contraction and then nice and slow on the way back. And we're going to go 22.5 seconds on one side. And then we're at halfway, so we're going to go ahead and switch arms. Good form, everything else is nice and stable. Five seconds. And done. The next one is the bird dog, which is a great core movement. If you're having trouble balancing on this, don't worry about it. A lot of practice and you'll get a lot more stable in your core to be able to utilize this activity. All right, right arm, left leg. 1, 2, 3. Great job. Left arm, right leg. 1, 2, 3. If you'll notice, go ahead other side. He's keeping everything nice and stable. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have him count to himself on this so I can comment on the actual form. So he's just counting to himself, 1, 2, 3, and then what he's doing is you'll see that he's got full extension on the leg and full extension on the arm, and that's really engaging the quads, the gluteus in his lower body and the shoulder and his upper body. Got 5 more seconds and everything else is remaining nice and stable. And done. Next one is the wall push-ups. Once again, you're in charge of the intensity level of this just by how much you're leaning. We're going to start in 3 seconds, 2, 1, and go. And just remember, however much lean you have is how much of a workout you're going to get. And the more you do this workout, the more of a lean you're going to be able to utilize. Got 15 more seconds. I should lean out a little bit more just to show him. So if you'll notice, when he leans out more, he has to get up on his toes, and that also adds the level of intensity. All right, and done. The next thing is a hamstring curl. Right over here on the bar. Just remember, find something that you can have where your arms are at about a 90-degree angle as they bend, not leaning forward to find that position. And begin. Once again, we're using the hamstrings. And everything else is remaining nice and steady and stable. We're going to do this for 45 seconds. And right now we have about 20 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Great job. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. The last one is the trunk rotation. Once again, we're incorporating the core and specifically the obliques, which are the muscles that are on the side of the core. Now we're going to start in 3 seconds, 2, 1, and begin. Now, if you'll notice, Corey's already got his arm straight out with the ball, and that helps create a little bit more of an intensity level. And he's got a nice, smooth movement going on. Great job. As you rotate, you should feel the sides of your core engaging. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 more seconds. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, Corey. Thank you very much for your help. And I hope that you will utilize this exercise video and enjoy it, and it will be something that you can utilize time and again just to improve your form and your style and your strength. Thanks again. Have a great day.